Hi, I'm Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be working with strawberries and rhubarb. And this is rhubarb. Some of you maybe have never seen rhubarb before. Rhubarb sort of looks like a pink celery stalk. And some of them can grow so big that when I go to the store to get them, I have to whack them in half to fit them in a bag. They're usually in season between April and June, but you can usually get them in most grocery stores or farmers markets throughout the summer. And they should be firm. They should not be floppy. So if you notice, this one's very, very firm. So you do not want to buy them if they've lost their turgidity, you know, their strength and their structure. You don't want to eat the leaves. The leaves are high in oxalates, which can be bad for your kidneys. And if those of you have kidney issues, you might want to stay away from rhubarb probably completely. But the leaves in particular are not good. They can be toxic. So we are going to take this fruit, strawberries and rhubarbs, put them together, and then put a crumbly topping on top that includes almond paste. And this opens up a wide variety of fruit desserts. And I did a really fun podcast on all different types of fruit desserts that you might want to listen to. So let's start our fruit base, which we're going to be putting in ramekins, 6 3/4 cup ramekins. So in here I have 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch. We need a thickening agent. And then we're going to add 2 cups of strawberries that I haven't sliced them, I've sort of quartered them, I've washed them, quartered them, and of course you want to take the stem off. And then I roasted my beautiful rhubarb. So I took them in little pieces, I preheated my oven to 375, and I put them just by themselves, no oil, nothing, no nonstick cooking spray, on a piece of parchment, and I roasted them for about 10 minutes just so they soften up a little bit. Sometimes strawberries break down faster than rhubarb, so I try to make sure that they all bake at the same time. So I'm going to grab my rhubarb and put it in with my strawberries. Just shake it in there. I'm going to try to get it all. And this is 3 cups of sliced rhubarb. All right. And then 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. We're going to get that in there, and we're just going to mix it up. And it's important that you coat each piece of fruit with some sugar and cornstarch first, because that's our thickening agent, the cornstarch. And rhubarb is so tart. You can eat it raw, although I dare you to because it's really tart. It really does well with a little bit of cooking and softening. I love to make strawberry rhubarb compote and just sort of stew it up, and you can serve it with brie in the summer. It's absolutely delicious. So there's our fruit base. Now we're ready to get our topping ready. All right, so it's time to make our topping for our strawberry rhubarb crumbles. And this usually involves flour and butter, but I like to add almond paste because almond paste just adds this beautiful almondy flavor that's so rich. And you'll see that it really adds something beautiful to it. Now, almond paste is a little bit different than something called marzipan. Maybe some of you have had marzipan candy. Marzipan candy is very rich and super sweet. Almond paste is also sweet, but not as. So when you go to the store, and you can find this in the grocery store, you want almond paste, all right? So in the food processor, and I do like to pulse almond paste because I find it stays too clumpy if you do it by hand or if you do it in the electric mixer. So listen to what I'm saying, it's true. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of packed almond paste. And I tried this recipe a gazillion times because it's also in my book, Baking with Success. So I had different iterations of it, and the one with the most packed almond paste was the best. So half a cup was the winner. And you want to pack it down. Put it in here, sort of chunk it up, like break it up a little bit. And then 1 teaspoon of almond extract and 4 tablespoons, which is half a stick, of very soft unsalted butter. And then we're going to pulse this. until it's very finely chopped up. I think we're there, and now we're ready to top our fruit. All right, so I've taken my crumble topping out of the food processor, I've put it into a bowl, and now with my hands, I'm just gonna form sort of clumps. Sort of fun to do. Make sure all the butter's distributed that maybe didn't get pulsed, and we're just gonna form little clumps, little clumps, little clumps, little clumps, little clumps. And once we see we're clumping okay, we're fine. Now we're gonna actually fill these 6 ramekins. You don't have to spray them with nonstick cooking spray, just as they are is perfect. We're gonna preheat our oven to 400 degrees. So we're gonna have that preheated. And we're gonna take our fruit filling and we're gonna evenly divide it amongst the 6 beautiful ramekins. Okay. Including the juices. You want those little juices that have come out. Remember, they will thicken. They will thicken very nicely because of the cornstarch. And all you need is that 1 tablespoon. And if you want to do a different type of berry other than strawberry, you could do anything you want. Raspberries. Anything goes with rhubarb. Rhubarb is the star of this crumble, but you can do it with anything. Just got a little bit more to go. And you do want to get those evenly distributed. Although my favorite part is the crumble topping. All right, and now we're ready to top with the crumbles. Ready to top our fruit with the crumble topping. This is my favorite part because you just want to grab a handful and sprinkle it on the top, and every once in a while form a clump. I go over each one once with a little handful, and then I go back. If I have any more, I'll go back. And this is such a delicious topping to this fruit, especially with that almond paste. It just really makes it that much more special. You'll try it and you'll see. You'll actually be a real lover of this. Now I'm going to go back again because we all love the crumbs the best. We know that. The fruit's good for us, but the crumbs are the best. And you don't even have to really press down. You just want to make sure that it's in there. And you use it all up. Don't say, well, I have too much. Use it all. That's a direct order from me. Use it all. All right, so once you're in, you're going to put these in 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and the fruit will bubble. That's how you know it's done. So here they are, fresh out of the oven, and they're super hot, my strawberry rhubarb crumbles. And you can see the fruit's bubbling. You can see it peeking out like ruby red color around the beautiful almond topping. And what I like to do is cool these down maybe 5-10 minutes, and then serve them really warm with a scoop of my Earl Grey ice cream, which is in my book, Baking with Success. So for more videos, go to my website, gailsokol.com. They're going to keep on coming.